This is my third time at Farm and Smarter at the conference, and I've enjoyed it very much. So our first speaker, Carmen White. Carmen is 12 years old. She is a junior 4-H member, one of the youngest you can be. I believe she'll be senior intermediate real soon here. She is in the Willow Creek district, which is based out at Claresholm area. She has been in 4-H for 4 years. She's been in the Claresholm 4-H beef for 4 years, and also her first year in the Stavely Stampeders for the first year. So she has a horse project as well as a beef project. She is a 5th generation white on the family ranch out by Claresholm. Carmen White, a Canadian icon, Carmen White.
Thanks, Calvin. Over 50 years ago, a legacy began back in Ontario. Today, our small town of Claresholm has one. The cities have dozens. This place is friendly, quick, always fresh, and cheap. It's a coffee shop and the perfect place to warm up after a hockey game. Tim Hortons, a Canadian icon. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The year was 1964. Toronto Maple Leaf defenseman Tim Horton opened up the first Tim Horton coffee and donut shop in Hamilton, Ontario. Customers only had to pay 10 cents for a cup of coffee or a donut. When Tim Horton tragically died in a car wreck 10 years later, there were already 40 restaurants up and running. His business partner, Ron Joyce, bought Horton shares from his widow for $1 million. Years later, after much success, Lori Horton would attempt to sue Ron Joyce for a lot more money, but she did not win. Joyce went on to grow the business rapidly throughout Canada and even the States. Today, over 40 years after Tim Horton passed away, there are over 4,500 restaurants in Canada and over 800 in the U.S. The company is now worth over $12 billion. Tim Hortons serves over 2 billion cups of coffee every day in North America. Almost 8 out of 10 cups of coffee sold in Canada are sold at Tim Hortons. McDonald's and Starbucks come in second and third. It is believed that 15% of Canadians make a daily habit of visiting Tim Hortons. I'm willing to bet that every person in this room has been to a Tim Hortons, probably in the last week. I go about once a week, and my favorite thing to order is a Boston cream donut and a frozen lemonade. But Tim Hortons is more than just a place to eat donuts and drink good coffee. It is a place where all Canadians feel comfortable. Unlike some American coffee franchises, Tim Hortons isn't too expensive. You don't feel like you have to be dressed up nice or driving a fancy car to be welcome at Timmy's. But if you are, that's okay too. If you meet a friend for coffee at Tim's, you will probably see people of all ages, all skin colors, and all walks of life. From feedlot workers to school teachers to politicians, everyone likes to go to Tim Hortons. To prepare this speech, I recently interviewed Roger Reed, the owner of Claresholm's Tim Hortons. He opened our local Tim Hortons about 5 years ago because he loved the coffee and thought it would be a successful and fun business to own. His favorite part has been getting to know so many different people. He also told me about a few famous customers he's had, such as Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank and former Calgary Flame, Lanny McDonald. Roger is proud to employ 10% of Claresholm's high school students, and he very much agrees that Tim Hortons is a Canadian icon, because when people think Canada, they think Tim Hortons. Did you know that the term double-double is in the Oxford Dictionary? Tim Hortons isn't just about coffee, donuts, and making lots of money. In 1974, Ron Joyce started the Tim Horton Children's Foundation to honor Tim Horton's love for children and his desire to help those less fortunate. These programs are designed to change the way young people from less advantaged homes think about themselves and the opportunities they can have. Currently, there are 7 different campsites, 6 in Canada and 1 down in Kentucky. Approximately 17,000 children attend camp each year. The camps offer everything from dog sledding to archery to canoeing and so much more. They look like so much fun. Last year, Tim Hortons made big news when it was announced that Burger King would buy them. I've read that nothing will change for customers, and I sure hope they don't start serving burgers and fries. The new company that owns Burger King and Tim Hortons is called Restaurant Brands International and is the third largest restaurant chain in the world. As Canadians, I think we are fortunate that nearly anywhere we go in this huge country, we can find a Tim Hortons and know what to expect when we get there. Like the maple leaf in the game of hockey, Tim Hortons is truly a Canadian icon.